So I just went home from the gym, ate some pizza bagels, and I'm trying to stay around 2,200 calories. It's nothing crazy that I've done apart from what I've done in the past, but for what I had, it was 450 calories and 22 grams of protein, so it's not bad, especially for it being the first thing that I had today, even though I've been up since about 8 o'clock this morning. But I'm pulling up my notes because I'm the kind of person that when it comes to... Who's honking? So I'm in a random Hobby Lobby parking lot before I turn on Spark. I'm the kind of person that needs stuff to be written down when it comes to it being serious, or else it'll be a random mess and I'll just random in the app for way too long. But I do want to be straight with you. This that I'm starting is not coming from a good place, and I don't have everything figured out. Obviously the timing is not perfect, but I'm not waiting for it to be perfect anymore. My name is Andrew Ramos, and this is a new series that I'm gonna call The Making. So here's exactly where I'm at right now, because I think the context of that kind of matters, and I'm not gonna skip past it just so that the story can sound better, or just so that my situation don't seem as bad as it is. So currently I've been laid off since March, and right now it's July. So 4 months with no day job, no stable income, trying to do Spark deliveries to keep the bills covered. And with that, financially, that pressure just sits in the background of every single day, every decision that I have, every conversation that I have with anybody, or even my wife. Now I do have a new job starting Monday, but right now it's not going to be immediate that fixes everything, because me and my wife still have to wait for the first paycheck, and she just started back work today as well, and the bills still need to be paid regardless of that. And there's been a lot of things that me and her have been putting off just because money has been so tight, which is getting protein powder, getting creatine, different things like that. Me and her are losing weight pretty good, substantially, at a pretty good substantial rate, to where now we're needing some new clothes, but we can't get them yet because we're focused on trying to eat and trying to put gas in the car, trying to pay the bills, like I said before. And then there's my blood sugar, which I manage every single day, and it touches every single aspect of what I can and can't do. Even when I'm trying to physically do right, people don't really talk about what it's like trying to get into a fitness routine while also managing type 1 diabetes, especially when it comes to blood sugar and doing things you can and cannot do. Your calories aren't just about weight anymore, they're about keeping your levels steady. My wife can cut out carbs completely. I have found out that is detrimental to my blood sugar, because getting carbs in actually helps stabilize it more than anything. And some days the plan you had for the gym just doesn't happen because your body has other priorities. I wanted to get 60 minutes on the treadmill after my workout today, and I only ended up at 50. Just because my blood sugar was 80 by the time that happened, and I didn't want it to drop any lower. But with this, I'm going to be documenting all of that and being very transparent, very honest, because I think there are people out there that are either going through the same thing or trying to manage the same thing with fitness, or just trying to be a better person. And I got really inspired by Rayleigh Real, I think that's how to say her name. Me and my wife found her probably about 3 weeks ago, or a month ago at this point, and after we watched the first video, I was instantly hooked. And so far I've been binge watching her constantly while doing Spark deliveries. Don't worry, I'm not watching it, I'm just playing it in the background, or through different things, our daily show when we have dinner. And that actually inspired me to start putting more effort into this and to actually make a difference. She has a series called The Becoming. I'm not trying to copy her to one-to-one, because she is her own person. She's her unique own person, and I'm unique in my own way with being type 1 diabetic, trying to lose weight, build muscle, and just right now surviving for me and my wife. And with that, trying to become a godly man and a godly husband along with it. And I believe doing this, documenting everything that I'm doing to get better day to day, whether that's through the daily habits, every daily little habit compounds into something bigger in the long term. So here's the actual plan, because I don't want this to just be feelings and reflection. I want this to be a real structure behind what I'm actually doing, and you can actually track the progress with me. Because right now, calories, I'm sitting at 2,200 a day. Not trying to crash diet, not trying to bulk, not trying to do anything like that. It is a slight deficit for my body and with how much activity that I do. But I also am giving myself leeway on that number based on how my blood sugar is on a particular day. Because when I go low, I have to ingest carbs, and carbs has calories with it. And in order to do that, there's some days I might just go over, and that's a given. What helps me mentally to be in a healthy mentally state is just being able to just not track what I use in order to bring my blood sugar back up. Now, to be fair, if I go in excess, then I will track that part, because sometimes I do get into a slight binge and eat more than what is necessary in that moment with how low that I was. But trying to stay around 2,200 is the key point. Along with that, trying to hit 10,000 steps a day, because the more I walk, the better my blood sugar would be, the better calorie wise that I would burn. And so far today, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I just got done with the gym probably about 2 hours ago, and I'm already at 7,300 steps, just over that. So I'm doing really great today. Especially, I'll be doing more. I wasn't tracking necessarily my steps. I just got this tracker watch not too long ago from a family friend, and I do know I tend to walk more. I tend to take a lot of steps. Probably I averaged, without tracking it, around 55 to 6,000 at any given day, and that's why I'm trying to hit 10,000. I've skipped way over my points. But back to what really inspired me to start doing this and changing everything on this channel is that Riley Real, she has been true to herself, documenting her own personal journey here on YouTube, being super raw. The video I was just watching, let me pull that up, it was about the most boring diet ever, and trying that for 30 days. And even in that video, she was like, there's no thing as TMI with this channel. I'm gonna talk about how many bowel movements I have with this. And that raw and honest transparency is what really drew me to her. And like I said, I'm not trying to copy her in any kind of way. I'm 25 years old, I'm married, I'm a Christian man from South Georgia, and that is my lane. Her path and is her lane. And the thing that showed me was that the process is the point, not the finished version of yourself that you're working toward, but the actual daily habits that compound every single day. That's the process that's worth documenting. That's what people actually need to see, the good and the bad and the hard and the hurt and just everything. And I realized that I've been waiting. I've been treating my own life as something to document after I fixed everything, after me and my wife get stable again, after the fitness came back, after the career pivot that I'm going into because I'm going back to school again. And then I'd be able to tell that story and document my daily life. And that's not how this process works. That's not how documenting works. Good documentaries happen as they happen, as the story progresses, starting either in the middle or at the beginning. But the story that's happening right now, even with in the middle of all the spark deliveries and the blood sugar checks and trying to go back to the gym more consistently, this is the material that I've been sitting on, waiting for a version of my life that looked more presentable. But in order for it to be raw and honest, I can't wait for it to be presentable. I can't wait to everything being good in order to show just the highlights. My wife and I have prayed a lot about direction on what we're building and why and what keeps coming back. Is that I was wired to create and connect and show people something real, not to perform, not to put on a performance. She was honest with me the other day saying the reason why I stopped watching your videos was because it sounded so fake. You put on a voice, you put on a character that was annoying, and that was just, she could tell that it wasn't me. And that's one thing that I'm gonna change, because I've been doing that since 2013. I've been trying to put on a front for the camera, whether that's through face-to-face or even not. And Philippians 4:13, I'm pretty sure if you know anything about the Bible, it says I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I've personally said that verse probably 100 times, but I never took a second to think about it. And what I'm learning right now is that the strength isn't for when things are going well. It's for the middle of the hard seasons, the middle of the storm, the 4 months of no paycheck stability. The 4 months of spark deliveries at 8, 9 o'clock at night because the bills don't care that you're tired. That's where the strength is actually for. That's where this channel lives. So here's what you can expect every week on this channel: honest fitness updates, calories, protein, steps, my gym sessions, even though I can't really record in there because I don't want to get my membership canceled, career updates, because right now I'm pivoting into software engineering. I have a computer science degree, that associates, and even life updates, because nothing exists in a vacuum. And the real version of what it looks like to be a husband and a man of faith, trying to become better in every area and to be that provider during the hard times, is something that I'm going to document here. It's not a highlight reel. There's no disappearing when things get hard, or no coming back only when things look good, because then it's not real. I'm gonna be up. The protein powder is coming, the creatine is coming, and the first paycheck is coming soon. But I gotta start somewhere. There's no better time to start than now.